Okay, so the very first thing is you'll notice I've taken all my jewelry off, right? So if you're going to do this, you would take all your bracelets off, your rings off. Sarah, for example, the ties on your pants, you would have to tuck those in. I have tucked in the ties on my shirt as well. Any long hair gets tied back, any necklaces get tucked in, all of that stuff, right? You cannot go in this room without having the equipment already on. So you're already wearing a mask, you're already wearing the glasses. If you're not doing either of those things, do not walk in the room if you don't have those things on, okay? So I'm gonna put this on right now and we're gonna go in. Okay, come on in.
Oh,
You okay?
yeah.
Have our haircut?
And I stand right there? Yeah. So let's go back a little.
All right, so there are two buffing machines in here. There is this one has this as a dust collector, and there is this one, and this one has a dust collector underneath it, all right? Now, there are several switches on this machine as well. There's a light switch back here. Right there. There's a switch to turn this machine on and off here. There is a dust collector switch right here. And there on this machine, there is a switch to turn on the dust collector here in between, and it turns on the lights. And then this turns on these spindles, and you always want it on fast. There's a slow and a fast. You always want it on fast, okay? So I'm going to show you on this one. Now, it's very important to note that these are on a magnetic switch. So right now, the magnetic switch is off, so nothing works. So I have to press the green button to get stuff to work. If there's an emergency, you press that red button, right? If someone turned this off and didn't press the red, you might have to press it again before you get the machine to start pressing the green. Okay, can you turn this off for a sec? Okay. So I turn the lights on here. I turn the lights on here. And then this machine is ready. So I'm going to grab the buff. I'm going to take the sticker off because we don't need it. Okay, so this buff, this is the treated buff, and it has an innie side, so this sticks in, and this has an outie side that sticks out. We want the inside against the spindle, all right? And I am not twisting on, I'm just kind of setting it there and give it a couple of little spins, nothing too much. It's not tight, but I want you to watch what happens when I turn this on. So I'm going to turn this on, and this is going to cinch up and tighten on its own. Ready? You can see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Always wait till it comes to a complete stop before touching it. Okay, now I'm going to give it a couple more spins just to get it nice and tight. So now I have to dress this buff and load this buff. First, I'm loading it with polishing compound or buffing compound. This is kind of a pain in the butt to work with this stuff. So you can peel it here and then kind of rip the cardboard. I just kind of loosen it a little bit with something, and then I push it either with my thumbs to try and get the compound up, or I push it against something. So the compound is above the paper. But you can always peel it. It's up to you how you want to do it. It's just not mine, so I don't want to peel it. Okay? So to load this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this in my hand, a nice grip, and I'm going to load it here. I'm gonna move this back and forth. The only place you polish or put anything on the buff is between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock, nowhere else. Not up here, not back here. It's always 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. You cannot polish up here, all right? So, nice steady movement back and forth, just to load this buff with compound. So could I get the dust collector on, please? Okay, so you see it's already down, so I would have to push more up if I wanted more up. But let me show you what happened here. Did I bring in the lighter? Did I bring that yellow lighter in? I don't think I brought the yellow lighter in.
Where is the yellow lighter?
It's on the table.
Okay, there about.
You might want to pause for a sec.
And I'm assuming make sure the store is always closed
Oh,
before
it's
you use
closed,
it.
yes. So, okay, so what's happened?
Uneven.
Uneven. So if you use this on your pieces right now, what would happen is these longer threads or strands are gonna act like little whips on your piece of metal. They're gonna make gouges called drag marks. You don't want that. So there's a couple ways you can get rid of it. Number one, you can go take your scissors and cut them all off. It's a bit time consuming and it dulls your scissors. Or you can just take the lighter and light them. Shake it out. Do it again. And keep going around until you get all those threads down. Okay? And then just double check . Just double check that there's no embers or anything still lit inside there, because if you put that on and there's a little bit of a flame left, you're adding oxygen as it spins and it'll just kind of light on fire, which is not good for your buff.
Now, is that singeing going to affect the compound and ultimately the piece in any way?
There's
or-
so little singeing, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. Good question, that is a good question. Okay, now the other thing you'll notice is half of the buff doesn't have compound on it. That's normal, they're not quite always even, but once I start using it, you'll see that the compound moves around. Okay, so I am going to put this back on. I'm gonna cinch it up. I'm gonna tighten it. And then I'm going to take my piece and I'm gonna polish it. I'm gonna buff it. Now, always use a breakaway grip. A breakaway grip is a grip where if something gets caught, it'll just be pulled away from you, okay? If I was to put my finger like this and polish, and this got caught on something, it could cut my finger or something worse. If I'm using this for a ring, let me find my ring, I just had it somewhere in here. Okay, so if I'm polishing a ring, I have seen, oh, I just dropped my ring in there. I have seen people polish like this, right? And if something gets caught, this ring is on your finger, it will twist the metal, it's not good for you. So there's always a breakaway grip that you use. So for something like this, it's like this. For your ring, you're holding it like this, all right? Finding a way to hold it that is a breakaway grip, all right? Okay, I'm gonna put that back. Now, for this, it's not like this. It's as flat against the buff as possible. It's gonna spin and you're gonna keep moving things around. Don't hold it in one position. And you want it you want a lot of pressure on this. You're gonna see the buff deform because of all the pressure I'm putting on it. And it will get hot. Metal gets hot when you put friction, when you apply friction. If it starts to feel too hot, set it down, turn it off, wait till it cools down, start again. You will get used to the heat. My kids always complain that I'm always burning their hands because I leave the hot water on too hot, but it's just because I'm used to all the heat. So I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna do this. It's a movement like this. So between 3 and 6 o'clock, I'm getting as close to the same angle of the bus as possible to get as much surface. And then we're gonna turn it off and have a look. Can you put the thing on, please? Okay, look at that.
Wow.
Okay, I want you to feel how hot it is for those few seconds that was on,
Yikes.
okay?
Oh, damn. Toasty.
Okay?
It's like a
That,
low
that's much
temperature
hotter than
stove.
Tony's polisher back at the museum.
Pardon?
That's much hotter than it gets with Tony's polisher back at the art gallery.
Really? Maybe
Yeah.
you just haven't been pressing hard enough.
It's like a low temperature stove for a hot plate.
Yeah, it can be. It can get a lot hotter, so like I said, if you feel like it's getting too hot, set it down. You don't have to burn yourself. At the same time, if it's not getting hot, it will not polish properly, okay? So it must get hot to polish properly. So I've seen people do this, set it down, wait, keep going, set it down. You'll get used to it, and your fingers will get more used to the heat.
The black that came off on the ring, I noticed that with the polishing cloth. Is it a similar chemical reaction?
Yep.
Okay.
It's normal.
Cool.
It's normal. So now I want to show you what happened to the buff. So the polishing compound spread out pretty well. There is some area here where there's not enough polishing compound, but it's pretty good. So every time you go to polish, you put a little polishing compound on, but you have to be careful that you don't load it too much. Like if it looks like this side, that's pretty good. You may not need a lot more polishing compound. It's just a zip and that's it, okay? If it gets to be too much, then you'll end up with a buff that looks like this, where it's just taped on, okay? And all that will do is put marks on your metal but not polish it, okay? All right?